What is going on, YouTube? It is Pitball Stipper here with you today. And today, you already know the title. You already seen the title. But it is going to be about the 5 most craziest experiences of my life. But before we get started, subscribe to this channel, like this video. And if you got a dip in, props to you. You're awesome. But if you don't, we just got to pack us a lip, y'all, like always. Make like a tune out of it a little bit. I love the smell. I love it. I love the smell, guys. Ain't got dipping. Cheers. Oh my god. But yeah, we're going to jump right into this video. And get yourself a mud jug. Go to mudjug.com, order yourself a mud jug, get you one. So let's jump right into this. So number 5 would have to be where I thought I was going to die. And that's actually a funny story because me, my brother, we were at home one day and my cousin got off work and he had a brick, like a big brick of magnesium in his car. And he told us to cut it up into little pieces and throw it in the fire little by little. But we couldn't break it into pieces, so we just said screw it and threw it at the bottom of the burn pit. And we put wood around it and all that, and it got nighttime and all my cousins started showing up to drink and bullshit like we do on every Saturday night. And so we lit the fire, had the fire going for a little bit, and we were drinking and bullshitting like always. And my cousin, he went to put a log on the fire, and I guess something happened where the brick actually snapped in half, and it really blew up, dude. It blew our burn pit up. Where my cousin, he actually got tossed out of the burn pit from the explosion. Tossed out of the burn pit. And basically in the yard. He was like thrown in the yard from the explosion. And he had burns all up in his arm and face and all that. And so did my other cousin, which he had a fireproof jacket on. Yes, that is my bird. His name is Dick. I don't know why. But let's get back to the subject. And my other cousin got burned. Dick! Shut up! And I think he likes to interrupt. That's why he's called Dick. Shut up. But yeah. And my cousin, he was wearing a fireproof jacket and all that, and he still got burned on his arm. Which I don't know why they call it fireproof jacket if it's not a fireproof jacket. So then, I was running, like I ran out of the fire pit when that happened. I was like smacking the fire off me, I guess. I thought I was on fire. I don't know why y'all did that. But the funny thing was, my grandma, she just stood up and she was in the middle of the fire pit. She stood up and it was like all around her. And she did not catch on fire at all, or she did not get burned at all. Not even the hair got singed off her. So, that was like awesome, I thought. So, yeah, that's number 5. Number 4 would have to be when I got drunk one night and I literally blacked out. And I woke up the next morning and I'll just tell you the story. So, me and my friend, that bird needs to go to sleep. It's been like that all night. But, me and my friend, we were drinking, and I had 3 pints of Kentucky Deluxe whiskey in my system. And I got pissed off somehow. I don't know, I was mad for some reason. So I started drinking more until only thing I could remember is I was upstairs being the DJ and hanging out with my friend. And I just blacked out. So I woke up the next morning because it was a Thursday night. Woke up the next morning, my grandma yelled at me to go to school and get up to go to school. So I got up, took a shower, got dressed, and my friend came over. Not the friend I got drunk with, but my other friend, my next door neighbor, he came over to come get me to go to the bus stop. So as we were going to the bus stop, I literally fell face down in my neighbor's yard and I started puking by his car. I started puking, I couldn't move, guys. And my friend, he picked me up and he took me back to my house. He's like, screw it, we're gonna stay home today. We're not going to go to school. Because I was throwing up, I couldn't move. And I was laying on the low seat and my girl just started yelling at me and I passed out. And we hung out the rest of the day. But yeah, that was pretty crazy for me because I thought I was going to die of alcohol poisoning that morning. I'm like, here we go, I want to die of alcohol poisoning. So that was number 4. Number 3 would have to be when I was with my ex, which she watches my videos, so she's probably going to text me in a little bit saying, why did you say that? But oh well. Number 3 would have to be where my cousin, he had 2 friends over, and it was me and my girlfriend in a camper, just hanging out playing cards and all that shit. And I popped 2 hydros and she popped 1. So and we were drinking and all that shit. And my cousin's friend, he told me, he's like, you guys should have sex. And I'm like, no dude, not in front of you guys, and no, I don't want to jeopardize my relationship. And because in a camper there's like a bed, then there's like 2 beds, basically bunk beds, and we were on top. We were the top bunk, basically. Me and my girlfriend, we were on the top bunk, just laying down cuddling. And he's like, you guys should have sex. And I'm like, no, dude. Because I thought that was crazy. Why do you ask me? I'm like, dude, that's crazy. I would never do that, no. Not in front of people, especially. So, yeah, that's number 3. And number 2 would have to be where I basically got kicked out / moved out. Because how it all went down, it was a Wednesday night, and it was about 3 months ago. It was Wednesday night, and I just got done hanging out with the girl I was with. And after me and her got done hanging out, I went to church and all that. And in the middle of church, she just started texting me, blowing up on the phone, saying you should come over and all that. So I decided, this is where it got crazy. I decided to make up a lie to go see her. In church, I lied to my parents. In church, I lied to my parents. I told them I gotta take one of her kids, because she had 2 kids. I gotta take one of her kids to the hospital. And I got out of the church, and my dad followed me. And he was making sure I had the car seat in the Jeep to make sure I wasn't lying, because I told him I had a car seat in the Jeep and all that. So he was making sure I wasn't lying. Then when I got over to her house, I just hung out there, and then I took her to actually go get some ice cream. And after church was over and all that, and my parents actually went to her house. They knocked on the door, her dad answered the door. We were gone, I didn't know none of this shit until my dad called me. But her dad answered the door, and there were 2 kids there, and she had 2 kids, and my dad knew I was lying right there. So he called me up when I was taking her to Sonic. He asked me what I was doing. I'm like, well, I'm heading to Freeman's, since Urgent Care was closed. And he's like, no, you're not, quit lying. So I told him the truth and all that. He told me to park my Jeep. So someone came and got her, and me and my dad and my mom, we had a huge talk. That night, actually, we had a huge talk. And I basically got kicked out / moved out. That's what I call it, because I lied to my parents, and they couldn't trust me no more. So I basically got kicked out / moved out. So, I thought that was crazy how that all went down. Number 1 would have to be the craziest one ever, where I dated a married chick, a married girl, where I dated a married chick. And when we started dating, I didn't know she was married at all. I thought they were separated and all that. But we started dating, and I went to give her a McDonald's one day. And her husband was at the house and all that. And then she told me that she was still married and all that. So I stayed with her, and I actually stayed over at her house. Like, stayed the night over there for about, for about 3 weeks. And her husband never knew we were dating. Until one of my friends that was on Instagram, seen the Instagram post and all that, sent it to her husband. So he found out. Yeah. We broke up and all that. But yeah, that was the number 1 craziest thing I ever done, was dating a married girl. So, and her husband never figured it out until one of my friends decided to basically snitch me out. So yeah, that was number 1. And comment what you guys are dipping on below. And subscribe to this channel, like this video. And yeah, that's basically the most 5 craziest experiences of my life. And also, I'm dipping on some Grizzly Dark Wintergreen. I don't know why I said that. I don't. Sorry guys, I'm tired today. But yeah, comment what you guys are dipping on below. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. Go watch my other videos. And go to mudjug.com, order yourself a mud jug. And yeah. And also, if I get to 10 subscribers, I'll do a full can, a dip. Then if I get to 100 subscribers, I'll eat a full can of dip. So, hopefully we get there. So, yeah, this is Pit Boss Dipper. Out.